When it's 100 degrees outside and you're fixing to drive on a hot asphalt road at 75 miles an hour, do not overinflate your tires. One of the biggest mistakes people make, they forget that air molecules expand as they get hot. So you check your air in the morning when your tire's cold, it's in your garage, it's been sitting there overnight. You check your air pressure, it's at 32 degrees, 31 degrees, you go, uh-oh, I need air. Pump them tires up to 35 pounds. You get outside where it's 100 degrees and you're driving on 250 degree asphalt, now your tire pressure's at 55 pounds because those air molecules expand. It's just like the gas can you sit out in your driveway when you're mowing your yard. When it sits in the sun, it blows up like a balloon. Sit it back in the garage, it goes back to normal size. So very important. Check your air pressure when the tires are warm after you've driven. Drive from your house to the gas station, then check it. Check them after you've driven, not before. People get that a little mixed up, but it's very, very important. Tread on the tire, it does not help the tire stick to the road on a dry road. That tread is there to help shed the water away. When you drive down the road and you're driving on the road where it's been raining, there's a layer of water between your tire and the road. So when you run over that water, that tread helps to squirt that water, is a good way to put it, out the side of your tire so your tire stays stuck to the asphalt. So the thinner that tread is, the less likely the water is to shed away from your tire, and the more likely you are to hydroplane. So always make sure that that tread depth is 3/32 of an inch or deeper. If it gets lower than, or gets thinner than that or shorter than that, get you some new tires yesterday.
Mm-hmm. What's a good thing you're going on a long road trip. Let's say, I'm driving down to San Antonio for a summer trip. A couple things, I always rotate my tires when I'm going on a long trip. Yeah.
That's a great idea. Rotate your tires. They should be rotated about every 5,000 or 6,000 miles. Very important. Your tires will wear on the front end of your car differently than the ones in the back. So you want to rotate your tires so that they get wear in the back and the front. You'll keep them wearing evenly. You'll double the life of your car if you rotate them properly. And on a long road trip, get your tires checked, all your fluids, belts, hoses, windshield wipers. Make sure your AC's in good shape. Anything under the hood, just get those things checked out before you go on a trip because, man, if it's 100 degrees outside, it's 400 degrees under that hood. So get that stuff checked out. Tires have a life expectancy of about 3 or 4 years. 3 years is about where you want to start thinking about getting new ones. 4 years, you're pushing the envelope. That rubber gets hard as it ages. And as it gets hard as it ages, it cracks. And that's what we call dry rot or sidewall crack. That makes the tire susceptible to a blowout. So when your tires hit 4 years of age, between 3 and 4 years of age, start thinking about getting new ones pretty quick. I buy my tires once every 3 years, whether I need them or not, because the tread may be really thick, but if they're 3 years old, they're harder than they used to be. They'll ride rougher. You have a greater likelihood of having a blowout. You're not going to stick on a wet road as good. So 3 to 4 years shelf life max and get new tires.
Yeah, and that's just with years, not necessarily mileage.
Yes, they just age from being in the heat.